What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. So in this one we're going to be working on the valve body. Kind of looks like a maze, right? So there's all these little valves inside of there. I don't know if you can see them running through there, but they all move and you can actuate them, but just by pushing on them. And well, not that one doesn't move that much, but otherwise a lot of them are held in by roll pins. So this is one of them here, another one, and this is the other one that I'm working on here. So I don't know the names of all of them. I could probably try, but basically you got to put the right valve in the right hole. This kit came with one labeled TCC regulator valve spring, but the one that came out of it is big and this one's small. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna stick with the one that was in there because I'm sure that's fine. So I also put a new filter right here, and we got this other filter here that's all full of trash, just all kinds of garbage that's in there from when this thing blew up and shot the parts everywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna keep building the valve body. Almost done, to be honest, just got some solenoids and stuff left, and then we can actually assemble this thing on the bench with all of our pistons and everything. Got to reseal all that, and then we can start putting it on the 4L80 over there as soon as we get the pump together, because I still have the wrong alignment rings. Anyway, yeah, that's what this episode's going to be about. So hopefully you guys are ready, and we'll talk about what else is going to happen too. We'll see if we get any more projects coming on. Made some guy an offer on a Civic, so we'll see what that turns into anything. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the rest of the episode. Alrighty, so I rebuilt this thing again. I took it all apart. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't know what I didn't like. It just sounded weird when I spun it one of the directions, and I just wasn't sure about it. So I took it all apart down to the direct, and I built it up again. And as long as the pump bolt's on right now, and I can still spin this, and I'm gonna send it. I think we're good. I still gotta tighten this bolt here. I gotta find out what the torque spec is on this guy for the overdrive assembly. But I'm glad I didn't tighten it before, because I took it back apart. But who knows, I don't know what I'm doing. So we're just winging it. I'm going to lubricate the whole outside of the case here, and I'm also gonna go hit the pump. I was able to put the pump together with my shady pump alignment tool. I ended up using this hose clamp that I borrowed from work. And it's perfect. This is like exactly what you want here to do this. And if you just go around, I had the O-ring off at the time. It's back on now, but I took the O-ring off and just put that around. You want to have it exactly in the center of the two surfaces here. And then I torqued all the pump bolts all the way around in a circle to 18 foot-pounds, which I think is the spec. I had my dad held it for me while I did it. You could do it by yourself though. It's not easy. I did a couple by myself, and then he came down to help. But I'm just going to push these sealing rings in, make sure they're all nice and compressed, and maybe give it one last little hit with the light tack lube, just so that everything slides in nicely around the outside O-ring and that. And I'm going to drop the pump in, and then we'll send in our pump bolts with our new O-rings, and yeah, we'll get to tightening the pump down. Hopefully it goes right in. Alright guys, so we're here. I'm gonna pull this thing back apart again because I suck. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. So something doesn't line up. Something is not in down there. I have a feeling it's gotta be something with the direct clutch or something like that, because the pump will not bottom out when I put it in. It's hitting here before the bolt holes are touching. So it's not going all the way down. That means I've got something incorrectly stacked. So that sucks. Gotta find out what it is. So I'm gonna yank it all back apart and see what it is. I'll try to build it again. I'm gonna go deeper this time. I didn't go to the direct last time. Maybe I'll take the direct out and make sure that that's fully seated. Maybe that's not all the way in. So yeah, fun stuff. But I'm gonna be really good at this by the time I'm done. So I don't think it's in all the way. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can take it back apart. Alright guys, so we're getting this valve body installed here, or not installed, but put together. And we got our third and fourth accumulators here. You know, I can't tell you what's what, but I got the new pistons in here. The old ones were melted. This is all that remains. I think I talked about it before, but we got this guy right here gonna go in after we get the spacer plate on. So we got our correct spacer plate gasket here. So we gotta put this guy on, and I gotta unwrap this. I bought a new one because the old gasket was so stuck on there that there was no hope of getting that off. So we got a new one for like 15 bucks. So cheap, you might as well. So I'm gonna cut this out, and then we'll assemble this thing. All right. Anything special I gotta do to this? Just line it up.
No, you're good. You got gaskets lined up. You got your springs in there. You gotta do your plate. Yep.
You get it perfect.
Yep. Then you'll have your other gasket.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm bad at this.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Try to zoom in a little bit here.
Yeah, you like that zoom, don't you?
I do. I love it. It looks so awesome.
Other gasket.
Yep. And then you're gonna have the rest of the accumulator. Yep.
Looks pretty good. Looks a little bit weird, but
You know what? It's not a bad idea to put a little bit of that brush tack on there.
you know, maybe he puts this. I don't know if he puts this yet. I think he bolts the accumulator on now.
And he might do that
I think
first.
he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Where is
The gasket for that?
I found it.
Yeah.
It's over here. Okay.
I'm not
I think
quite
you
sure.
should be able to read this thing. Says VB on it. I think it goes like that.
Yeah.
And then he bolts this guy on. And I think
The other
So
gasket
does it
goes around.
long
Yeah,
with
you
long,
You could
then
be
the
right.
other
Yeah.
goes on
Long with
after.
long. Yeah, we're good to go there.
pretty sure. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
put this here. I know I got my bolts over here. These are all my bolts. I think I
Back
should
up.
be
Try
able
to
to
get a little
start
better
these
angle
guys.
here. It's not much better,
I'm
but
gonna do this, and then I'm gonna go reference his video before I crank these down, of course. But I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure this is how it goes.
yeah. All those bolts are the same length, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I gotta find out what size this is. Get something to zip these guys down here.
It looks like an 8 to me.
Yeah, looks like it, right?
Yeah, it looks like an 8. I mean, if you zip an 8 on there, yeah, and if you look at the gasket, it looks like the gasket will go right around it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, so we're doing good. I think we're all set there. So
I think so too.
my dog's running around upstairs. So I got a little bit done. I bought a new spacer plate, like I said. Put that on. Put the gasket on. I bolted this guy. Cranked all these guys down. I think they were 8 mil. I cranked them down with the ratchet. So now I just got to put this onto the trans, which is over here now. Well, it's always been over here, but it's over here with the reverse servo installed. I didn't tighten these down yet. And then I put this guy in too. So I got all the check balls in as well. You guys should definitely look up check ball locations. But I guess if you're lazy, you could just pause my video right here. Let's see where I put mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 check balls. Yeah, I think so. 6, 7, maybe 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there's 8. Okay. Yep, so 8. Got both of these torqued. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I snapped this one that came in the kit. I was able to back it out, and it stayed together miraculously by some miracle. Don't know how, but I got it back out, and I ended up using the stock one. I just put it back in, so hopefully that's okay. I cranked it down by hand, didn't snap it. So you're supposed to replace that, but oh well. Yeah, those aluminum bolts are just weak. That's pretty sad. So I've been wanting to change this. I want to try to find out how to get this guy out. Probably pop it out with a screwdriver or something. I wish I had a nice seal puller for that. But yeah, I think I'm ready to bolt this guy down first, and then put the valve body on. I've got the manual valve on there that's supposed to fall in line with this. I don't know exactly, I guess this lever here is supposed to go with the manual valve. So once I put that on, I'll line that guy up. And yeah, we're ready. We're pretty much ready. Oh yeah, I gotta put the harness through too. I forgot about that. I think that's something that I should do now. You put the harness through and lay it over so you don't, because you can't get it in there once you get the valve body in there. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now, and I'll get the harness put in. Goes somewhere like this. Hopefully, start all these bolts. Seems like they're all starting. Awesome. Yep, so I know this guy plugs in here. We'll get him all plugged in once we get everything bolted down. We'll get everything plugged in. But yeah, it's coming together, guys. I think this is an 8 here. See if I can get that going. And look at all the other bolts here. I gotta watch the video to make sure I know where everything goes. The plugs for these guys are on the back. Yeah, okay, so these are for these two. Alright, yeah, we should be good here. Should be good when this makes its way over. There's some bolts that hold the harness too, so he knows which ones those are in the video, so I'll watch that and I'll figure out what's going on. But yeah, guys, this is coming together. Sweet. Alright, it's like back down here. I ripped it all apart again because I realized I forgot something major, probably. This little guy right in here. This is the TCC solenoid screen. It's like a little screen that filters what goes into the TCC solenoid. And that one was melted on the other one, or to the valve maybe, I guess. Totally melted and shot somewhere in the valve body, and I think I remember seeing it somewhere in there, totally melted. And I was like, ooh. And then I was like, I saw it in the kit, and I was like, where does this go? I know I saw that before, so I knew this transmission had one, and then I checked SI, sure enough, they want you to put it right there. So along with all the check ball locations, I just rechecked those, and I put that little valve in there. So now we should be all set, I hope, because this guy is in place. So I don't know what would have happened, but it probably would have been fine. But maybe later on down the road we would have experienced problems without having that guy in there. So now he's in. I can feel confident. I want to put the valve body back on and torque it back down. What a pain. But it's worth it to do it right. So, yep, get that on. This guy started back here, not bolted, but I just took the manifold switches off and, just kind of took the whole thing off. The gasket came off nicely, thankfully. So, obviously, it wasn't used. But, yeah, I'm just going to go torque it all back down now. Should be fine. So it's been some time. I finally got back to work on this thing. Got it all buttoned up. I had a slight mishap. Had to pull the valve body back off because I forgot the TCC solenoid screen. But I put that right here. It kind of goes right underneath the valve body and spacer plate here. It all came off nice. And I put it back on. Routed my harness the way I liked it here. I think everything looks pretty good. Temp sensor, rear lube tube. Put a filter on it. I put a new filter sleeve where the filter slides in for a seal there. I'm reusing the stock gasket because, it's worth a shot. All other gaskets are garbage. You don't want to use a cork gasket or a rubber gasket or any of that stuff. You want to use the stock style gasket. So we're going to rock that, see if it leaks. And yeah, everything looks good. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. But I'm going to throw this pan on here and take this thing upstairs today. Got my buddy Will coming over. Hopefully will help me, and we're going to try to put this thing in and do a little bit of work on the bus itself to see if we can get it to move or get it running today. It'll be cool. But yeah, that's that. Alright guys, so probably going to cap it off here. Yo ma. Ma, what are you doing? Alright, she doesn't know what she's doing. But anyway, that's about it. I got the transmission upstairs. Friend Will helped me. We took it up with the dolly. We ratchet strapped it to a dolly. Hiked it up the basement steps. I wheeled it around. About to put it in, and I remembered all of my exhaust manifold studs are snapped. The ones for the to bolt the Y pipe up. So now I can't put the transmission in, obviously. Forgot that I snapped all those bolts, so we gotta fix that now. So I'm gonna get to work on that. I decided to take the manifold off, which I proceeded to snap two of the bolts that go through the manifold. So that was good. So it was just one roadblock after another. So now I gotta get my welder home from work, and I don't have an extension cord that long, so we gotta see if I can figure out some way to weld on those bolts that are stuck in the head now that are snapped, so I can put a new manifold or a new gasket, put the old manifold, and then I gotta extract those bolts at work on that manifold. So that'll be great. Always something. So got that in the works. Just gonna, you know, plug away at that. But in the meantime, I want to show you guys my new projects. Yeah. So I know it's dark, but this is your first look at my daily Civic project. So I bought this 97 Civic. This thing's pretty sweet. Bought it needing a clutch. Didn't really end up needing a clutch, so I just been driving it. But it's been good to me. Got a really good deal on it, and it's getting great mileage, so I love it. 220K, just shy of that, and got a little rot in the rear. I'll show you guys in the daylight soon, but I've been loving this thing. It's awesome. Obviously, it's a 5-speed. Interior is super clean, really clean in here. So I just got to change the steering wheel pretty much, and yeah, we're good to go. So I'm loving this thing. It's got like keyless entry, all that good stuff. Just so stock. I love it. I'm trying to keep it stock. I'm not gonna touch it. So hopefully, as long as I can not touch this thing, I can keep it as a daily. I just want to do everything that's like stock. I want to fix everything that's broken and just make it the best stock vehicle that I can. I'm putting some snow tires on it, and you know, I'm only gonna do stuff like minor upgrades and stuff. You know, like nothing crazy. Just like daily mods. You know, gas mileage saving stuff and just things like that. Nothing crazy. At least not yet. You know how I am. I'll probably do something eventually. But for right now, I'm trying to not do nothing crazy and just keep it simple. So let's see how that goes. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Getting down to business on this transmission is not easy, but it's got to be done. And I got tons of work ahead of me with the bus with all kinds of broken stuff, but it is what it is. I don't mind. I'll figure it out and we'll get it done hopefully before it gets too snowy out here this winter. Starting to get cold. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.